Ava was a bright and adventurous 7-year-old girl with a spirit as vibrant as the colors in her favorite paintings. She loved exploring, whether it was climbing to the top of playground equipment or digging for treasure in the backyard. But more than anything, Ava adored music. It filled her days with joy and made her feel alive. And there was one singer who captured her heart like no other, Elvis Presley. From the moment she first heard his voice, something magical happened. His songs spoke to her dreams and adventures, igniting a fire in her imagination. Ava would sing along to Jailhouse Rock and sway to the rhythm of Can't Help Falling in Love, dreaming of one day meeting the king of rock and roll himself. The thought filled her with excitement and wonder. As the day approached when Elvis was scheduled to perform nearby, Ava's excitement grew stronger. She told her mother about her dream more times than she could count. "What if I could meet him?" she would ask, her wide eyes sparkling with hope. Her mother smiled and encouraged her to believe that anything was possible. On the night before the concert, Ava's determination led them to wait outside the venue together. Snuggled close under layers of blankets, Ava clutched a small sign she had lovingly crafted, decorated with bright markers and stickers that proclaimed her admiration for Elvis. The cold air nipped at their noses, but Ava's heart was warm with anticipation. She couldn't wait for morning to arrive so she could finally see her idol. As the sun set and darkness enveloped the sky, Ava and her mother arrived at the venue, their breath visible in the chilly air. The night was crisp, with a gentle breeze rustling the leaves of nearby trees. They could hear faint sounds of music and laughter from inside, heightening Ava's anticipation. She felt a mix of excitement and nerves as they found their spot, eager to see Elvis. Ava bundled up in her warmest coat, but the cold still managed to creep in. Her mother wrapped an arm around her shoulders, pulling her close to keep them both warm. They settled on a patch of grass, sitting side by side under a blanket, watching as the stars twinkled above them like tiny diamonds. The deep blue sky felt magical, just like Ava's dreams of meeting Elvis. As time passed, they talked about his songs and shared stories about their favorite memories related to his music. Ava could hardly contain herself. Every minute felt like an eternity, as she imagined the moment she would finally get to see him. Her heart raced with excitement, and she clutched her sign tightly, envisioning Elvis reading it and smiling back at her. The chilly night wrapped around them, but it only fueled Ava's enthusiasm. She could feel a sense of wonder in the air, as if everyone around them shared in her dream. Other fans began to gather, some humming Elvis tunes and sharing their own stories of admiration. In that moment, beneath a blanket of stars, Ava knew this night would be special, one she would remember forever. As the night deepened, Ava's excitement was reflected in the small homemade sign she held tightly in her hands. The sign was a colorful creation, filled with bright markers and stickers that Ava had carefully chosen. It read, "Elvis, I love you," decorated with hearts and musical notes, showcasing not only her admiration for the singer but also her creativity. Each stroke of color represented her love for music and the joy that Elvis's songs brought into her life. Ava had spent hours crafting this sign, pouring her heart into every detail. She wanted it to be perfect, something that would catch Elvis's eye and show him just how much he meant to her. The sign was more than just a piece of cardboard. It was a symbol of her dreams and hopes. Every time she looked at it, her heart raced with anticipation. As she sat there under the blanket with her mother, Ava felt a sense of pride in her creation. Other fans around them noticed her sign and smiled, some even giving her thumbs up and encouraging words. This made Ava feel even more special. She was part of a community united by their love for Elvis. In that chilly night air, with her sign held high, Ava imagined the moment when Elvis would see her. She envisioned him smiling and waving back, acknowledging her dedication. The thought filled her with warmth, pushing away the cold and reinforcing her belief that dreams could come true. This sign was not only a way to express her admiration, it was also a source of courage for the little girl waiting for a miracle. As the chilly air surrounded them, Ava snuggled closer to her mother, feeling grateful for their special time together. With the excitement of the concert looming, they shared stories that warmed their hearts even more than the blankets wrapped around them. Ava's mother began reminiscing about the first time she heard Elvis sing on the radio. She described how his music had a way of lifting her spirits and making her feel alive, just like it did for Ava. "I remember dancing in my room to Hound Dog," her mother said with a smile, prompting Ava to giggle as she imagined her mom as a little girl, twirling around. "What about you? What's your favorite song?" Ava's eyes sparkled as she thought about it. "I love Can't Help Falling in Love," she exclaimed. "It makes me feel like anything is possible." They both sang a few lines softly, their voices blending together in harmony. The gentle sound of their laughter mingled with the distant notes from other fans, creating an atmosphere filled with warmth and joy. As they shared more stories about their favorite Elvis moments, Ava felt a deeper bond with her mother. Each tale brought them closer, reinforcing the idea that this adventure was not just about meeting Elvis. It was about creating memories together. Ava's heart swelled with happiness as she leaned against her mother's shoulder. They were two kindred spirits waiting for a dream to unfold, united by love for music and each other. The cold night faded away under the glow of their shared excitement, making each moment feel even more precious. As dawn approached, the night's dark grip began to loosen, giving way to a soft and gentle light that painted the sky in hues of pink and orange. Ava rubbed her sleepy eyes and looked around, feeling a fresh wave of hope wash over her. The quiet morning light seemed to awaken the world, and with it came a sense of excitement that filled the air. Ava's heart raced as she felt the anticipation build. The distant sounds of music were now mingled with the rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds, creating a beautiful symphony that felt like a promise of the magic to come. She turned to her mother and whispered, "Do you think he's almost here?" Her mother smiled warmly, brushing a few strands of Ava's hair behind her ear. "I believe he will be here very soon, sweetheart. Just look at how beautiful the morning is." As the first rays of sunlight broke through the clouds, lighting up the venue in a golden glow, Ava could feel her excitement bubbling inside her like a fizzy soda. The other fans around them began to stir, their chatter growing animated as they too sensed that something special was about to happen. Ava could hardly contain herself. She clutched her sign tightly, envisioning Elvis walking through the gates with a bright smile just for her. The chilly air no longer felt uncomfortable. Instead, it was invigorating, fueling her dreams even more. She closed her eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath and imagining the moment when her idol would finally appear. In that magical dawn light, Ava knew that she was on the brink of an unforgettable experience, one that would be etched in her heart forever. Just as Ava's excitement reached its peak, a commotion broke the stillness of the morning. The sound of a vehicle approaching sent ripples of energy through the crowd, and all eyes turned toward the entrance. The moment Elvis stepped out, it was as if the sun had risen even brighter. His presence illuminated the venue, drawing gasps of excitement from fans who had waited just as eagerly. Elvis walked with an effortless charm, his signature hairstyle reflecting the light as he smiled at the gathered audience. The air was suddenly filled with cheers and applause, creating a symphony of joy that echoed in every corner. Ava could hardly breathe. Her heart raced as she took in every detail. He looked just like she had imagined, radiant and full of life. Amidst the chaos, Elvis's gaze caught sight of Ava standing proudly with her sign. The world around her faded away, and it felt like it was just the two of them in that moment. He walked over to her with purpose, his warm smile wide enough to light up her heart. As he neared, Ava's dreams unfolded before her eyes like a beautiful story. "Hey there!" he said, kneeling down so they were eye to eye. "I see you've been waiting for me." His voice was kind and gentle, making Ava feel special and seen in a way she never expected. Ava's heart soared as she nodded vigorously, holding up her sign for him to see. In that magical instant, it felt like all her hopes had come true. Elvis's arrival transformed the quiet morning into an unforgettable celebration filled with dreams realized and cherished memories waiting to be made. As Elvis made his way through the cheering crowd, his eyes scanned the sea of faces, and then he spotted her, little Ava, standing proudly with her colorful sign held high. In that moment, the noise around them faded, and all he could see was the determination shining in her big, hopeful eyes. He felt a warm sense of connection as he recognized the dedication that had brought this young girl out into the cold night. Elvis approached Ava slowly, his heart swelling with admiration for her spirit. He could tell how much this moment meant to her, and he wanted to make it special. "Hey there!" He greeted her warmly, kneeling down until they were eye to eye. His smile was genuine, lighting up his face and making Ava's heart flutter. "I see you've been waiting for me." Ava's breath caught in her throat as she nodded vigorously, unable to find words as she held up her sign even higher, hoping he could read it clearly. She felt like she was floating on air, overwhelmed with joy. Elvis looked at her sign and chuckled softly. "That's beautiful. Thank you for your support." With a kind gesture, he wrapped his coat around her shoulders, shielding her from the cold. The fabric felt warm and comforting, just like his presence. In that instant, Ava knew she was seen and valued. This was not just a star meeting a fan but a shared moment of kindness that would stay with her forever. Elvis's gentle nature shone through as he took a moment just for her, making sure she felt appreciated. It was a gesture that would forever be etched in Ava's heart, a reminder that dreams could come true through kindness and connection. As Ava stood breathless before Elvis, her heart fluttering with joy, he gently leaned closer, his eyes warm and inviting. "You've been so patient waiting for me in the cold," he said softly, his voice filling her with warmth. In that moment, Ava felt a connection that transcended the distance between fan and idol. Elvis then reached for his coat, a beautiful black jacket that gleamed under the morning light. With careful grace, he wrapped it around Ava's small shoulders. The coat enveloped her like a hug from a long-lost friend, offering her immediate warmth against the morning chill. She could feel the familiar scent of him, like the stage and music combined, and it made her heart race even more. "Thank you for being such a dedicated fan," he continued, his words genuine and heartfelt. Ava looked up at him, eyes wide with wonder and disbelief. To have Elvis Presley himself thanking her felt like a dream come true. She blinked back tears of happiness as she clutched her sign tighter. In that touching moment, surrounded by the noise of the crowd and the soft rustle of the wind, all those hours spent waiting faded away. There was only this precious interaction between them, Elvis's kindness shining like a beacon in Ava's memory. Ava could hardly find words to express how much this gesture meant to her. Instead, she beamed up at him with an enormous smile that spoke volumes. It was more than just warmth. It was a moment etched into her heart, a reminder that kindness can elevate even the coldest of nights into something magical. That simple act made her feel valued and cherished, solidifying this encounter as one she would hold dear forever. As Elvis's words of kindness settled into Ava's heart, a wave of emotions flooded over her. The warmth from his coat surrounded her like a protective shield, and in that moment, all the anticipation and longing she had felt began to overflow. She tried to hold back tears, overwhelmed by joy and gratitude, but it was impossible. Ava's small body shook with emotion as tears streamed down her cheeks. They were tears of happiness, a release of all the excitement she had bottled up during the long, cold night. She couldn't believe this magical moment was real. Elvis Presley, the man whose songs had filled her dreams, was right there in front of her, thanking her for waiting. In the chaos of the moment, she felt both vulnerable and cherished. The gentle laughter and cheering from the crowd faded into the background as all she could focus on was Elvis. Her joy was so profound that she thought her heart might burst. This was more than just meeting her idol, it was an affirmation of her dreams and hope. Elvis knelt beside her, his eyes filled with genuine warmth. Seeing her tears, he reached out and wiped one away with his thumb, his expression filled with understanding. "It's okay to be emotional," he said softly. "This is a special moment for both of us." Ava nodded, unable to speak through her joyful sobs. In that instant, she learned that it was perfectly fine to express feelings openly. This experience would forever be etched in her memory, not only as a dream come true but as a significant lesson in kindness and connection. The tears weren't just tears. They were a celebration of everything beautiful this moment represented for a little girl who dared to dream big. As the years passed, the unforgettable day Ava met Elvis became a treasured family story that was recounted time and time again. Whenever the family gathered, whether for birthdays or holidays, someone would inevitably bring up that magical morning. The tale of how a little girl braved the cold, holding her colorful sign, waiting patiently for her idol to arrive, transformed into a symbol of hope and dreams realized. Ava's parents would share how they felt watching their daughter's excitement and joy during that special encounter. They emphasized the importance of kindness, not just from heroes like Elvis but also in everyday life. This inspiring memory reminded them all that dreams could indeed come true with patience and determination. Ava often reflected on that moment as she grew older. It stayed with her as a reminder to be brave in pursuing her passions, whether they were creative endeavors or personal goals. The values of kindness and compassion that she learned through Elvis's gentle actions became guiding principles in her life. Every year, on the anniversary of their meeting, Ava would celebrate by listening to Elvis's music, or even having a small gathering where she would share her story with friends. This tradition not only honored her beloved singer but also reinforced the lessons she had learned that cold morning, about belief in oneself and the importance of lifting others up. The experience shaped not only Ava's life but also strengthened her family's bond. They learned together that love for music and shared moments could create lasting memories full of warmth. In this way, Elvis's act of kindness continued to resonate through Ava's life, a testament to how one moment can ripple out and inspire generations. In reflecting on Ava's unforgettable encounter with Elvis, it becomes clear how a simple moment can weave itself into the fabric of family history. This magical meeting, born from a little girl's dreams and dedication, transcended the chilly night and blossomed into a cherished tale that would be shared for generations. It served as a reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness can create ripples of joy that resonate far beyond their original moment. Ava's story encapsulates the essence of dreaming big and believing in oneself. As she grew, her recollections of the warmth and generosity shown to her became guiding principles in her life. The lessons learned from that fleeting interaction with Elvis, patience, kindness, and the beauty of connection, continued to inspire not only Ava but also her family and friends. They learned that every moment holds the potential to become a treasured memory, especially when filled with love and compassion. Today, as Ava shares her story with others, she not only honors her beloved singer but also inspires those around her to cherish their own dreams and moments of kindness. Her journey illustrates how one encounter can spark hope and encourage others to keep believing in their aspirations. In this way, Ava's experience with Elvis serves as a powerful testament to the profound impact of simple gestures. It teaches us that while time may pass, the memories we create resonate within our hearts and echo through the lives of those we share them with. Ultimately, it reminds us all that every small moment has the power to inspire future generations, forging connections that can last a lifetime.